Have you ever noticed how easily the world can move you? One rude comment in traffic, one insulting remark from a colleague, or one dislike on a post, and suddenly you are no longer yourself. Your heart races, your face flushes, and you lash out in anger. In that moment, you are not a man, you are a puppet. Every time you react emotionally to someone else's actions, you are handing them the strings to your life. You are telling the world exactly how to control you. Today, we look at the legendary wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi to learn how to cut those strings and enter the void, the state of being truly impossible to provoke. Kenji was known in his village as a talented man, but he was weak in peace. He believed that his anger was a sign of strength and that hitting back was the only way to earn respect. But because he reacted to everything, his life was a constant storm. He was tired of the heavy feeling in his chest, the emotional stones he picked up and carried every time someone offended him. Kenji began to study the way of Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman to ever walk Japan. Musashi fought over 60 life-or-death duels and never lost. His secret wasn't that he was the fastest or the strongest, but that he was emotionless in battle. He understood that anger is a chain, a predictable reflex that makes a man easy to manipulate. Musashi wrote, "Do nothing which is of no use." And he realized that anger is almost always useless. It makes your enemies smile because they know they have already got you. To become untouchable, Musashi practiced what he called voluntary hardship. He believed that a weak mind is easily triggered by comfort and entitlement. By sleeping outside and avoiding luxury, he trained his soul to expect nothing from the world. He realized that we get angry because we think we are entitled to control things we were never meant to control, like the behavior of others. When you no longer fear discomfort, there is no hook for anyone to grab. Musashi taught that real power is found in the void, a state of emptiness where you have no emotional triggers. Kenji began to practice no reaction, the ultimate weapon. When someone insulted him, he would pause and observe them without replying. He learned that his reaction was his burden, not theirs. As the old merchant once said, "The one who hurt you threw a stone and walked away. It lies on the ground, forgotten. But if you pick it up and carry it, your journey becomes heavy, while they walk lightly." The most difficult part of Kenji's transformation was killing the ego. Musashi understood that anger is just the ego wearing a mask. We get mad when our pride is bruised or our image is attacked. But a man with nothing to prove is a man no one can provoke. When you burn the ego that needs protecting, insults become mere noise, and rejection becomes irrelevant information. The warrior with no pride left to wound is the one you should fear the most. 1 year later, Kenji was no longer a puppet. He had adopted the modern code of the samurai: emptiness, detachment, and silence. He had found his ikigai, not in winning arguments, but in the quiet mastery of his own mind. He was no longer owned by his environment. He was the causal agent of his own life. Who is pulling your strings today? Are you carrying stones that do not belong to you? Remember, the quieter you are, the deadlier you become. Stop reacting and start watching. Cut the strings of the puppet master and walk into the stillness of your own power. If this story helped you cut a string today, hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to find their void. Subscribe to Silent Seeds 7 to cultivate your future in the dark soil of discipline. We will see you in the next story.